For InfernoCon 2021, it's the Serenno Squadcast, the official podcast of the Serenno Squad.
You read that!
Yay!
Don't look in my eyes.
It's on a whiteboard right here.
Hey, this is a serious charity event.
Yes. Right. Serious about it.
This is all for Make-A-Wish.
This is too much pressure.
Thank you everyone for joining us today for this special live stream. Oh no, wait. Oh.
Yep, wouldn't be the podcast. It wouldn't screw up.
You know, it always happens. It always happens, everyone. We're gonna get this.
We've been
straight.
doing this for 3 years. This is our third one.
So we've got the normal squad here. We have Paul.
Hey.
You've got me, Gunner. You've got Evan. And you've got Wayne.
Do that.
We have some special guests with us.
We do have some
Yes.
special guests. First of all, we have Aaron Hughes of the Galactic Armory. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Glad to be here.
And Dominic Pace. He is from The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian.
Yes, plays the character Gecko.
Hey guys, how are you? Happy to be here, and thanks for all you guys do for your local communities there.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. So, we're gonna.
And James.
Oh, James, you're here, but you kind of introduced us.
He's been here the whole time.
He's like the host of the show.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, but I mean, he's here.
It's good to have you, buddy. It's good to have you. This squadcast is gonna be a little special. We're trying to raise money for Make-A-Wish Foundation, so we're gonna show you guys the usual squadcast kind of adventure,
Say nonsense, I dare you.
nonsensical adventure, and if you viewers are really impressed with some of the work these people have done, you should throw down some money, donate for Make-A-Wish. That's what we're here for.
Smash that donation button.
Yeah, that's
Smash it.
Because
Yes.
you got to remember, we are the bad guys who do good.
Yes.
It's true. All right, so let us go into our first segment, Legion News.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're going to advance the scene. Once again.
Legion News. All right, so we are back in the studio. Let's see what we got here. Where is it? And we are sharing the
Can you do
very
it?
first.
Yeah.
Congratulations to IC 16118 for the approval of their bridge crew.
Yes.
Is that a bridge crew or is that a... Oh, yeah, that's a bridge crew. So you probably also
It's
have
got
the
the
TIE
belt
reserve
boxes.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yep.
He might have already been a TIE pilot.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, that's one of those cool costumes that you can kind of make into a lot of different costumes.
Yes, the black flight suit is the black canvas
Just
of
collect.
many,
It's a collect them
many
all.
costumes.
You get as many prefixes as you want. IC, TI, ID. I mean, it's like Pokemon.
It's a good place to start. Anyone who has not ever been a part of the 501st, this is a great place to start. You can use parts of this costume for all sorts of other things. And this guy did a great job. He's good looking the bridge crew officer.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
I feel like I want to go tell him to change the oil on the TIE fighter.
Oh, yeah, right.
He's already on it.
All right, yeah.
I'm a sucker for belt boxes.
I know. I got some for my.
I wear them with my TIE pilot, and I'm not supposed to. It's like on official ones I don't, but any other time it's not an official one. Let's wear those belt boxes, shall we?
I have some for my my what is he called, the ISB officer, the white one, the white tunic.
So, Dominic, you are an honorary member, but do you have any costumes there that you have personally?
You know, Amy Clark Higgs, she's the head of the Bounty Hunters Guild, and there's a really amazing 501st member out in Omaha. And they're working slowly on a CRL for Gecko. I wanted to just kind of bridge the gap between, obviously, season one, the tour, and also the license piece, which is coming out in March. So for a little bit of PR and also perhaps to troop with you guys at Celebration, I did all of Gecko to a T. I did not run it through. I need to still bring that to Amy as far as all the photos of.
Do you know how bad it's going to be if you don't get approved?
Denied.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Amy. Though, I mean, God bless her. She's pretty strict, but in the greatest way, because she takes a lot of pride, obviously, in the brand and what you guys do. So, yes, we're hopeful of that. But yeah, I took a few pictures down there at San Diego Comic-Con. It was a little bittersweet because now with COVID and because it's November, it was kind of very slow. But I hired a professional makeup artist to do the prosthetic for me. And we're good to go. So celebration on that Saturday is a possibility. Simply, again, just a victory lap with you guys, just to celebrate our achievements over the last couple of years. All the money we raised for charity through my tours, as well as for small business. And also, again, just as licensed piece. And just being a part of Star Wars. It was just a dream come true. So that's a possibility. I'm going to circle back there with Amy. I wanted John Piernicki, he's the 501st member, to sort of take the helm so he can take the credit. I mean, I know it definitely would be pretty interesting to have, the actor themselves bring it public and make it the official CRL. But for me, I think it would be just a little bit more poignant and hopefully a little bit more of a nod to Lucasfilm to see somebody else take on and be passionate about wanting to create a Gecko. So I'm going to let John take the helm of it. I know there were a few adjustments with the 3D printing of the mask. Well, they were unable to place specifically where that mask came from, but we got a really, really good 3D print from Anthony Wilson, I believe his name is, and that's a friend of Amy's, and he's a 501st member as well. He does a lot of costume stuff for you guys, but he was able to put together that mask for me and get it all over in time. And then I have a gentleman who's a distant cousin who did the 3D prints of the gauntlets there, which are pretty cool. So yeah, we're hopeful that becomes official. And then, like I said, after the license piece and after celebration, I just want to fall in line with you guys and be here for all the charitable events and causes and go about my my career with the other TV shows there as well.
Yeah, and look awesome the whole entire time.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, that's congratulations to IC16118.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next approval.
Oh yeah. You know it, you love it.
Oh man. This is a totally appropriate one. This is an Inferno Squad.
So that's not Iden Versio, right? Because it doesn't have the shoulder.
Gideon
pauldron.
Hask.
Gideon Hask. Okay,
Yep.
So he's got the bandolier then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
So congratulations, is that the TI?
Yep.
Yes.
That's
TI 22121.
Nice.
Who is a
numbers.
brand new member.
Nice.
Oh yeah, okay, yes. So it says new member there.
Welcome to the 501st TI 22121.
Yes, it is a very cool costume too. I like the red accents. It's very nice.
Yeah. I got one right behind you.
Hello.
Yep. It's the same exact, much smaller. That fits my wife's head.
It doesn't fit my head.
No, it does not.
Most helmets don't fit your head, Paul.
That's
I have a
that's true.
freakishly large head.
Yeah.
It doesn't look that big, but it's a big head, guys. But yeah, this one looks stinking awesome.
Yep. Good job.
Yep. Congratulations. Moving on to our next approval. Oh, okay. So this is a little different,
Yep. Transport officer, I believe, right? From
sounds
Solo.
right, yes.
Yeah, the transport officer from Solo, which is the hat. It's actually you can't see all the really cool details. So for one, I looked into this costume a lot for my wife because I think it's just so stinking cool. The hat is not just black; it has the back flap is tan, which
And
is
it's
super
got,
cool.
like,
So it's a
trim around it.
yeah, so it's like a two-toned hat, which is not super common. And then the pants are culottes. How cool is that?
Okay,
As cool as it gets.
to the gentleman in the room, what's a culotte?
They're like when I saw the movie, I thought it was a skirt, but it's
They're
not.
like
It's
Jinko
like
shorts.
yeah, they're like big, huge, baggy pants, I guess, that are so baggy it looks like one piece.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a '70s thing, right? Like they wore culottes in the
Gauchos.
'70s, maybe.
I think so, yeah.
I wasn't
sure.
around.
Sure.
Don't.
Sorry, Wayne. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, but congratulations to ID 18414 for the approval of their costume.
It's a very cool looking costume.
Very cool.
Very cool. Very
Yep.
cool. All right, and whoops, we went back.
Oh no.
And to our final of the approvals.
Yeah.
Ooh wee. Goodness gracious. Is that the Darksaber from Target? I don't think so.
That has to be some like VFX or something. That looks amazing.
Is that the pre-Vizsla?
That is pre-Vizsla.
Nice.
So congratulations to, is that an MW?
Yeah, the Mandalorian Warrior is what that stands for.
Wow.
That's a new designation in the Bounty Hunters Guild.
Because they're not bounty hunters.
Ah, they're not bounty hunters. You're right.
So they're technically part of the Bounty
Oh,
Hunters.
no.
Come
Okay.
on, man.
God.
They're part of the they're
God,
part of the
it
Bounty
always
Hunters
happens.
Guild detachment, but because they're not bounty hunters, they gave them a new, like Bo-Katan is now an MW.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the season 2 or season 3 version.
Yeah, because the one
Season
from
4 has
later
the Optimus
yeah,
Prime helmet.
and doesn't it have whoops, I hit the mic. Doesn't it
Yeah,
have
you
like a
did.
giant back like jetpack or something?
Yeah, he gets a different jetpack, and his helmet's different
Yeah,
because he's got
yeah.
the prongs up on top of the side here
Yeah.
that they can't see because we're sharing the screen and not on camera.
Aaron, you've 3D printed an entire jetpack, haven't you?
Yeah, they can get quite big and quite hefty.
That was just a Boba Fett one for the new Boba Fett costume.
Just a Boba Fett one. As someone with a Boba Fett that has the jetpack and it's made out of fiberglass, it's not just a jetpack.
Sorry, excuse me. I apologize.
Can we hear him over the jingling?
Yeah, you can just jingle there all day long.
What do you mean?
Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but
It's a Christmas episode. Come on, we're getting in the spirit.
Evan is
He's jingling with every move.
It's gonna drive my wife crazy. She's watching right now.
Hopefully.
She
No,
is.
she's
She
not.
is.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
she told me she would be.
Great.
She's downstairs.
All right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm watching.
Aaron, do you get a lot of those for? Do you sell those on your
The pre-Vizsla? No, I don't have files for that
But
one
the
yet.
the jetpack specifically.
Like just the jetpack?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a listing for that, but I have had a few requests. Normally I don't because it only fits onto my back plate. So I don't want to, send something out to someone that, doesn't fit right.
You run into that often. Gotcha. All right. Well, that's it for our Legion news and the approval photos. So we got through that pretty painlessly, I would say. Got to see. Yeah. So if you guys thought that those were awesome costumes, donate some money to Make-A-Wish. We are here to raise some money, and that is basically what we do these costumes for. So we can go out there and make a difference. We not just make kids smile and stuff, but we're also, there's some kids that they don't have much, and the least we can do is come around and kind of show them all of our hard work and stuff, and let them live kind of through our lives or through our eyes, however you want to call it.
Yeah, it's like seeing a movie, your favorite movie, come to life in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing ever.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Thanks, Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the hat.
Thanks.
Yeah, the hat.
Thanks for not rambling that on too.
I'm quick and concise.
All right. Cool. Well, moving on to our final segment. This is our Christmas Wish special. And what we've done is we've gotten together and we've kind of discussed what we thought would be our Christmas Wish costume. If you could wake up on Christmas Day, run down the steps, and they're completely sanded, painted, glued together.
I probably did
it. Wayne probably did do it, but it was... Oh, and we're going to do it again. And, it fits you and it's all there. You don't have to pay for it. What the heck would you do? What would you get? And we've kind of gathered our idea of what we thought would be a great, Christmas wish. And so we wanted to ask as well, Dominic, do you have a Christmas wish that a costume that you would want to have? And maybe you've hinted to what you want. I don't know.
Well, obviously we have Gecko there, which, of course, is just a dream to, again, be my own sort of avatar within the Star Wars universe there and such. But the coolest thing ever, I think it was the anniversary a few days ago, was Rogue One. And being 6'4", and always loving the design of the trooper, I thought the Death Troopers were absolutely amazing, And I think, what do they have, that green sort of laser and such, not to mention even the way they talk, kind of that muffled Imperial sort of voice, I thought was just so badass. But to just have that lean, tall frame with the dark black there, I think is just absolutely amazing. I heard that as an arm and a leg. I said to myself, if Gecko does become a pop in terms of, where we'd have a unlimited amount of fun signing that for the rest of my life. I said I would gift that to myself and troop with you guys with that. But that would be the Death Trooper without question. And I understand that is a pretty penny. I talked to some of the 501st members there, but Death Trooper for sure.
And the Death Trooper is also fiberglass, and that is a completely different type of wear.
Oh yeah, I mean you can get them 3D printed, but a lot of people do the fiberglass.
You could, but
kits.
it's not going to be the same. It's not going to look the same as that fiberglass.
He's also got Death Troopers have like 10,000 accessories. They have grenades and pauldrons and pouches and
toys. The little stormtrooper toy.
Yeah, you got the little stormtrooper doll.
That sounds like perfect Christmas.
That's true.
Yeah, that was a great one, Dominic. Thank you for that. That was awesome.
Absolutely.
I wish we had gotten in touch with you and we could have pulled up a picture, but that's okay.
You can imagine it in your mind's eye.
I think you did a great job of describing
If you've
it.
ever seen Star Wars before, they were in the movie.
Hey, you don't want to miss Rogue One. It's one of the good ones.
It's almost a perfect movie for
It's
me.
true. It's true.
It's so good. All
I'm
right,
gonna have to
so
go home and watch it tonight then.
yeah, get in the mood, everybody.
Paul's
Rogue
like, man,
One.
I do love that movie.
Time for a Christmas marathon.
That's right. That's right. All right, so we're gonna share the first of our Christmas wishes, which is Wayne's Christmas wish.
See, but you didn't present it as if
say
it was like this. You just said your dream costume. And the next one I want to build is a biker scout. Absolutely. And that will be my next build. But if I were to wake up and go down and find a costume on it, it's Dengar. Absolutely.
Dengar?
100% Dengar.
Dengar?
Dengar's cool. Wayne is perfect for Dengar.
I know,
We all
but
know it.
Yeah.
we all
I know it. You know, we all know it.
we all kind of said you would be Dengar, and you were like, Dengar.
Well, it's because that jetpack or the
That's
backpack,
simply
right?
because if I were to pay for it, I would feel like a fool paying $1,300 to go to every con ever to have people be like, "Who are you, toilet paper head man?" I mean, there's going to be like 3 places on Earth I could wear that where somebody be like, "Hey, that looks pretty good." Everybody else is going to be like,
Why is your armor so rusty?
"You feeling
knows who
okay? You
Dengar
got a
is.
head wound?"
Everybody knows who Dengar is. He was in Empire Strikes Back, and he's in Return of the Jedi for like 4.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, I did not get Dengar. So far, this is not working out. But
But no. I mean, that will be my next build. Scout Trooper is absolutely my next build.
So if you buy him a Scout Trooper, he's going to re-gift it to get Dengar.
No, I'll do both.
either way, both of them are great costumes. The Scout Trooper would be phenomenal. Oh, man. All right, so
Anyway, moving on to that mess.
yeah.
Just back away from it. It'll stay.
Oh wait, what is? Oh look, on the screen, James
can't
has
see it.
got.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
There you go, Wayne.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the replacement. That's the replacement for the one that you took from me at Big Lick.
I still haven't gotten that one to go together. It's something about it's just not printed correctly.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Wasn't that the problem to begin with?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to our next Christmas wish.
Yeah, whose is this?
Ooh. This is
Oh,
Paul's.
that'd be Paul. Yeah.
Yes.
Because
The-
not only could you do that, you could be Obi-Wan as
Yeah,
that.
there's a little bit of cheating because Obi-Wan's my favorite character, and if I look like anyone in the Star Wars universe, it's like Obi-Wan from a distance with a blurry lens.
Kind of looks like Obi-Wan. He can pull it off.
He looks like Obi-Wan. Are you having a stroke?
But yeah, the Mandalorians from Clone Wars, where they get they're all Darth Mauled out, and it's a kit. I can never seem to find all the pieces to build it, and it's expensive and hard to find and awkward. But if somebody else is gonna buy it and just bring it to me, I'll absolutely wear it and
It
love
does
it.
look pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Merry Christmas.
Gotta find a place to clip on the lightsaber.
Do
Nice.
all the shoulder pads or the shoulder bells? Do they all shoot out like that?
On the animated.
Yeah.
On the animated, it's the way when you take something that when you take a cartoon and make it real, sometimes things get a little wonky.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It works though. I think it looks sweet.
It does. Very
Yes.
cool.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah.
And Mandalorians are like the coolest thing ever right now. So
Yeah.
That is true.
It's true. It's true. All right. Next up,
Yeah.
this is Evan's Snow Trooper.
Yeah. So
First Order.
So there's a bazillion costumes that I want to build, and I picked this one because it's probably the most unrealistic costume. Because first of all, it's extremely difficult to build. It's incredibly expensive, probably by far the most expensive costume on this list, except for maybe the next one. They might be about the same, but it's also, from what I hear, one of the most terrible costumes to wear because the undersuit and that poncho thing that he wears is so hot.
And that's all you want for Christmas.
So you want this because it's awful?
Because it looks cool. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like this would be like my dream costume because it's like kind of impractical and super expensive.
I don't know, man. Look at that visor. I think a Tusken Raider can see more than you can.
Having put on a Tusken Raider helmet, I can guarantee you they cannot. It's like looking through
I know.
straws.
No, it's like looking through two shot glasses.
All I can say is that I just got from a panel before this with the Blizzard leader detachment leader, and I'm pretty sure that he would be very happy if you actually did that.
No, I think there's only a small handful of them in the 501st, just because the sourcing everything is really difficult, particularly the soft parts. I mean, the soft parts is always the #1 hardest, especially with a costume that isn't done very much. So you can't find very many people to sell them. So you got to be good with a sewing machine.
I'm sure if you ask Chris, he'll help you find that.
That's true. Chris would know everything. I'm surprised he doesn't have one.
You're just suffering while you're wearing it too. Just like,
Used to it. I'm in the 501st.
it's the only thing you'll be standing in the snow and sweating.
If I had to go with the Snow Trooper, it'd be the one from Solo.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, the Pimp Trooper? Where you got the
Oh
fur
my
coat and
God.
everything?
Those are so cool.
It's so. If it wasn't for the boots, I would have. You know what? I should have put that. But there was no CRL. That's why I didn't put it on here. But it's those boots are so impossible to wear. I've seen videos. I know Danny. I don't know if you guys have had Danny on the show yet. But Danny, at one point, was building the boots from the Pimp Trooper from Solo.
Chris was just talking about that in the last panel. If he's watching, I'm sure he's laughing. But he says that they've got a couple people that are trying to build that, but it is the boots. The boots are the last thing that they're trying to find a good source for being able to create.
Yeah.
So cool.
I have one Facebook page where it has like old, world history, and I'm sure you guys are more familiar in terms of the inspiration of where Lucas and his design team came up with some of these visors and such. But I was really blown away today, out of all days, to see where I guess the Eskimo from Alaska, going back to the 1800s, they had a visor for the snow that was actually very similar to that. It was very, very narrow. So I'm just curious if they went back to old photos from that region to be inspired, because I was blown away, because when you see it, I mean, of course, with Fett as well. Fett. I think that inspiration came from the Greeks, as far as with ancient Greek mythology and such. Just looking at that now just reminds me of that photo from today. I'll have to show it to you guys.
I know exactly what you're talking about, because I think I saw that floating around on the internet recently too, and I would guarantee that someone probably, because the amount of thought that went into these costumes and everything, I would bet that's probably a good inspiration for that.
Makes sense, like the native from an icy. Oh nope.
Oh.
Anybody native to like icy snow world, they probably would have some type of eyewear like that. So.
My favorite
And that one was from Solo.
This one's not.
I think it's in all 3 of the sequel trilogy. My favorite scene with them is when they're coming through, when they blow down the door on Crate, and Kylo Ren is leading a detachment of snow troopers through the broken gate into the base, the old rebel base that they were hiding. That's one of my favorite scenes in all of Star Wars.
Oh, wow, I gotta watch it again.
It's just a redo of Anakin leading in the 501st in the Jedi Temple.
Yeah, but it's like
poetry. It rhymes.
I'm just saying it's the same scene. How can you be like, that's my favorite scene? It's just copying another.
which was probably copying something else.
Yeah, that's
It's all a circle. It all just comes
I'm
back
not
upon
saying
itself.
it's not that. I'm just saying his logic.
I don't need to have logic. It's the logic of cool.
That's right.
It's the rule of cool.
It's Christmas, all right?
Yeah.
Wishes come true today.
It's true.
Everyone.
Yeah.
So you're telling me I have a Mandalorian costume under my tree right now, right?
You
Well,
do,
that's
That's
yeah.
what you're saying is,
Christmas
right?
morning,
Yes.
you might, but not. I don't know about now.
Yep.
Everyone out in the internet land heard you say that.
All right.
Dengar heard you.
I'm
No,
screwed.
you're getting a biker's cap.
I can live with it.
All right. Well, that's a great choice. Very appropriate too. Snow Trooper.
I gotta finish James's tie pilot before I can work on my other stuff. There.
Gonna show up and break your kneecaps.
Well, that's a good point. While we're talking, James, what would your dream? What would your Christmas wish be, man?
I'm kind of at least in the same film boat as Dominic. There is I want a Rogue One Vader. I just that scene at the end with him standing there watching the Tenant Ford, the Cape blow. I've always wanted a Vader. I've always been a big fan of the Empire stuff and Vader being the lead. But if I was going to do a Vader, it'd be the Rogue One Vader. That's
James.
Wait, is there a difference? I mean, there was a different part of his costume in that.
all
Vader is
four of
different
them
all the
are
films.
variate just a little bit.
Oh,
Rogue One's
really?
probably the hardest to pin down because we only see him for so long.
Right.
Yeah. What a great scene, huh? Oh man. We need more of that. We need more. You know, in the studio, so we need more of whatever you guys did here. We need more of this. Suck less. There you go.
James, I vaguely remember you saying something about that when we had you on the Squadcast a few months ago.
Yeah, it's I've always thought that would just be the coolest Vader. And I'll shout out Danny again. Is that he told me that he makes those, and so I'm gonna have to start hammering on him a little bit once I get my tie finished.
I was gonna say, is that why you're wanting to do a tie?
Yeah.
So people will call you Vader until you can get a Vader.
You gotta start somewhere, right? Get a little name recognition. And
They will call you Vader.
Yes, everybody. Hey, here comes Darth Vader. Yes, I'm the hose face Darth
Yeah,
Vader.
you're either Darth Vader, or you're the Bomb Squad.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever done the original concept art Vader in the 501st?
Yeah, there's
I've
somebody who's
seen
done
it.
it.
Yeah,
There's
I saw it at Celebration.
Yeah, the Armory shop and the guy in Moscow. He does the, or he at least makes the parts for it. I haven't seen the whole costume, but he makes parts.
Yeah, there is. There's actually a member in the Midwest Garrison that I met back in May that did it.
Hold on, I think there's a CRL for the Rebels version, which is really close to the.
Well, we've got our best minds on it.
Yeah, we're on it.
What
Do
about
the Googles?
Wait, while he's looking, what about you, Aaron?
Oh.
My costume?
Oh wait, hold on. I got a picture with yours.
I don't want to jump. I don't want to jump the gun.
Just skip over yourself. You can come back to yourself, Gunner.
Right. Well, I'd love to. Get this. All right. We'll come back to you, Aaron. All right, because we got this all in order, and it always falls apart.
Yeah,
so that's just how it
Rebels
goes.
version, which is sort of like
So they have some Rebels version,
Yeah.
but next we have mine.
Yes.
Jango Fett.
This
With detachable head. Oh.
No. Hey, no. This is version 1. This is version 1.
Yeah, this is true. This is prior to the fight with Obi-Wan on Kamino.
It's Clone Wars, but it's earlier in the movie Clone Wars.
Yeah, so he's still alive.
You know what's funny is for a while
Sorry,
there,
guys.
those parts were hard to find, and Darth Harris started making them again.
Yeah.
Which parts?
The Jango Fett parts.
Like the leather,
like all of them, like
Yeah.
the plastic and the
Interesting. When I did an Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett, but before I did Boba Fett, I was strongly considering Jango Fett just because of I love that silver look. It's so cool.
It's so good. And then I was a young lad when I saw.
So yesterday.
Yeah, it felt just or feels just like yesterday. But yeah, it's always when I was a kid, I wanted that costume, and I remember going to Walmart and seeing that cheap plastic piece of crap, and it just I wanted the real thing.
Which one, the helmet or?
Yeah, you see, like, Walmart, they have the costume aisles, and they're just, like, the plastic, the front of the
helmet. Yeah, they're just like a little mask.
Yeah, and the little cloth, and everything's printed on it. Yeah, that's where it all started.
I'm fairly certain that Jared had that costume for Halloween when he was, like, 7.
Yep. That's right.
So now you can buy the real thing and be wearing a car because it's as expensive as a car.
That's true. Yeah, there's about $5,000 in that picture right there.
Yeah.
Sorry for anyone who wanted to do a Jango Fett. Just
This is why it's a Christmas wish. Yeah.
This is why we're asking Santa.
Yeah, this is exclusively a Santa present.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I would go for. Version 1. I like that jetpack better. I don't care what you say.
I like. I told you I like
Why
the
is
arena
he so
pack.
much higher in the?
So that's
the missile.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
the.
in the front facing one, it's barely sticking up.
It's the angle that the picture's been taken from. But that jetpack is from it. So that jetpack, he fires the missile in his fight with Obi-Wan. I think he loses the jetpack. And then when he comes back in the Battle of Geonosis, he has the little arena pack, which to me is more because it's the same color scheme as Jango, so it's silver and blue, and it's smaller. So for one, it would be more comfortable to wear, and number two, I think it's a little bit more iconic for Jango. But this is Gunner's.
Get out of here.
If
my Christmas
if
wish.
Santa were to leave this under my tree, it would have the arena pack.
It would have Gunner's name on it.
Yeah,
You're like, come here and get your stuff.
And it wouldn't fit you at all.
That's true.
It would only fit me.
It would fit one half of me.
Yeah, so that's my Christmas wish area. So if Santa, if you're watching, oh God, okay, Santa, if you're
I
watching,
promise you, Santa's not one of 6 people.
He's watching. He's out there.
you can only hope.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Hey Santa, give a little Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, come on. And then give us our costumes.
Yeah.
Or else.
thank you. Or else.
Greed.
He's not doing anything.
Yeah.
He works one day a year.
One day a year. Oh,
He's in management the rest of the year.
Yeah.
that's it. Asking for something and then talk crap about it. That's definitely going to get you what you want.
Santa, free your slaves.
All right. So we have James. Back to your question, Aaron. What would your wish be? And I think I got it right
That was
here.
Wayne's question.
Anyway,
That was
Wait.
Wayne's question.
What?
I actually asked him, but go ahead.
Well, anyways,
Somebody ask somebody something.
look at this. Good grief. Star Killer, Dark Lords
From the
armor.
Force Unleashed, the Hoth DLC.
I remember earning that armor.
Mm-hmm. If you like, yeah, this is nowhere close to canon anymore, but yeah, when I first saw it in the game, I'm like, look at him. He's got, 4 lightsabers on his hips.
Yeah,
He's got a helmet that is like the perfect combination of kind of Darth Vader-esque and kind of a Mandalorian. And yeah,
He was like Kylo Ren before Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
He reminds me of Scarecrow with the syringes on his hand.
Yeah, with the needles, with the little
Yeah,
just
this
shooting
isn't that
force lightning out of them.
You're so one note baghead.
You were talking about this in the last panel. I
Mhm.
couldn't visualize it, but yeah, that's
Like,
amazing.
got lights on, got all sorts of leather. Like wearing this thing would just be so burdensome. But if
You
I'm
look
having
cool.
if I'm having this put underneath my tree and I have to put 0 effort into it, absolutely.
You know what I see when I look at that? Remember when Speedball accidentally killed all the kids in Marvel comics, and he took on the role of penance
Sounds vaguely
of
familiar.
the suit
Yes.
that hurt him to wear it. That.
That's too deep.
'Cause,
Yeah,
that
we got your deep
just
cut.
looks-
comic
That is a
book
very
lore.
deep cut Marvel.
I'm just saying.
I mean, that's a deep cut Marvel. This is a deep cut Star Wars, so they're kind of linked.
It's all in the family.
Yeah.
They're all cousins to each other.
They are.
I'm just saying that looks ungodly to wear.
I mean, like you're a Dark Lord. Dark Lords wear leather, and so you just should.
And they wear black leather.
I was saying, when you show up and like, if I were to show up in here and I'd stand, he'd be, come over here and take a pic. No, you come to me.
If that guy showed up at my event, I'd be like, you can leave.
Oh,
Just get him to stand next to Pinhead from Hellraiser. Yeah.
This bad guy's doing good. Like, this is about as bad of a guy as you can get.
you could be like skeleton face man.
Skeleton face. Yeah, I used to have a Darth Nihilus, like in my first year of trooping, and every troop I showed up to, a kid would be like, "Look, it's Skeleton Man," and so I sold it.
That's pretty discouraging.
Imagine showing up at birthday parties just wearing this, like, hello.
Yeah, if I want to have the kids go the other way, I come in show it wearing Darth Nihilus.
Yeah, this one might not be a lot of fun to wear in a hospital.
It'd be no fun at all to
Oh,
wear
my
it.
goodness.
If I were to show up in a troop with that, the motto would be "Bad guys doing nothing."
Bad guy's drinking a lot of water.
Yeah.
That's right.
The bad guy sweating.
It's still a great Christmas wish. That is phenomenal.
Even the helmet would be a good Christmas gift.
Dude, that would be sweet just sitting on the... Yeah.
Yeah. Back here behind us.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to get on that 3D model there.
I know. I'm like, I make so much other stuff. I need to make something.
Now, you know, if you make that helmet, you're going to start making the other pieces. You
That's
know
true.
that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It gets sucked right in. Yep. Well, that's it for all the... for our Christmas wishes, guys. That was it. That was fantastic. Everyone did a...
That was just as disappointing as my real Christmas wishes.
They're all wish.
Yeah, I asked for socks. I got
wishful
socks.
thinking. But yeah, so we just wanted to hang out a little bit longer and just get to know you guys a little bit more before we end it here. But Dominic,
His name is Dominic.
I'm sorry, Dominic. I'm sorry.
Do I look fresh to you? Come on, Italian New York over here.
I'm sorry.
It's on the page right there.
Well, I had a
reading
buddy
these.
that I grew up with, and that's how we pronounced his...
Sunday. That's what it means. The day of God. But yeah, Dominic. Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you, Wayne. Sorry, Dominic.
That's okay. No, don't worry about it. What were we gonna ask?
That's a good question. I don't remember.
I was gonna tell you as far as practical wish list. I don't know if it's a new thing. I mean, I'm sure it's been around for a while, but it's just a little stocking stuffer or just a little side gift for your friends. But Amazon search tavern mugs. They're so badass. They kind of have this elven sort of Lord of the Rings vibe to it, but it's just so great for a beer. That was the one gift. My wife, I didn't want to tell her she gave me a gift. I just ordered, you hit buy on Amazon. I said I got myself a gift, but take a look at it if you guys can. But it's just right up our alley. Just a perfect beer mug, a tavern mug on Amazon. Perfect gift. Ranges from like $20 to $30, but they're so freaking badass.
Yeah, we're looking at them. They're pretty.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of the guys play D&D.
That would be perfect for D&D.
It would be totally appropriate.
I think you just sold one of the mugs, Dominic.
So cool. I got it. It was I was not disappointed.
Nice,
Oh my gosh.
nice.
This one's a skull. How cool is that?
Now they're off on a tangent. Dominic, never even.
We're all just scrolling.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I was. It wasn't about that, but that's okay. We'll come up with another thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. So no more tours though. You're done for your tours.
No, just a thank you tour. Again, we fought really hard. We reached out to everyone, Hasbro, Funko Pop. I think with the sequel trilogy, as you guys saw, they really scaled back and just played it safe with like blue chip stocks of action figures, Baby Grow go up the wazoo, and Mandalorian, and the lead 5 characters. For me, it was just trying to pitch the fascination of the 1985 series with those final 17. You had about 7 or 8 out of the 17 of them that were, again, seen for less than 1 minute, less than 5 seconds. Amonamon, Yakface. They're coming out with the Navarro Cantina playset. I just thought, again, with Blue Snaggletooth, who wasn't even in the damn thing. I mean, he ended up becoming the greatest thing ever. So it was just kind of like, hey, wink, wink. It'd be really awesome to have that mail away. You got to get your little UPC cutout in order to get Gecko, wink, wink. But we did get one company who saw the hustle. They saw the following. And again, it's just a great way to just sort of end on a high note. With him, Funko Pop, we have a contact, the assistant. They love us. Dana Border, she's such a sweetheart. And we're on their radar. They love all the hard work that we did. It's just because of the pandemic, they sort of went with the top A-list releases. And again, similar to Lucasfilm, again, I mean, sadly enough, you go to the Walmart bargain bin and you're seeing a lot of those sequel trilogy figures. They didn't want to take that risk for Mandalorian. But again, because Mandalorian was amazing, there was that fascination. If you go to my Twitter, there actually was one guy in Maryland who made a 90 action figure, like literally built each one card back of season 1 and season 2. And a lot of the fans were like, yes, we do want it now, But again, just an honor to have one licensed piece with something that revolves around celebration. And because the 501st, the Mandalorian Mercs, Rebel Legion, they were all there for me for about 60 different comic book store stops. I wanted to go to maybe 9-10 major cities to work on a charity of their choice. We're going to be in the Northeast. We're going to be in Florida, May 14th. I was invited by the Tampa Bay Rays and Toronto Blue Jays to sing the national anthem, the Canadian national anthem, and the American national anthem. So we're going to go out there, and then some of the 501st COs, Eric Elg. We've got Mushu Shipley, I believe his name is. And we're going to be in Orlando celebrating. But this is just going to be a great sort of thematic party celebration for 501st to raise some more funds for whatever the local charities are. And just a way for me to say thank you to so many people who are there for me. They kitted up even in the heat. So I'm just so grateful to everyone. So the tour is just going to be a thank you tour and maybe some radio shows just to sort of have this come full circle. I suggested to Disney, I said for the first time, because they're branching off with Disney Plus in terms of so many different television subjects, I think it would be amazing to have a Star Wars story of documentaries and leading the first season with Peter and with Carrie and with Kenny Baker and Jeremy, and then pouring out to different unique stories. I think my story was something very unique in terms of self-motivating my own character. And the fans obviously were very responsive to it. So we'll see what happens. But ultimately, I'm just so grateful to be immortalized. If you look behind me, there were so many different pieces of fan art. But just to get immortalized in one official piece before we kind of put a close on this, and then whatever Dave and John want to do with it, I know that they sort of had my back in terms of allowing me to do the tour. Will be up to them. But I'm fortunate enough to have a continuing career. We've got a really fun show on CBS, a really cool featured bit. With a show, I think it was a bowler who came from your guys' neck of the woods. His last name was Smallwood, and he was part of a beer bowling league. And he ended up, he was just shooting with the guys. Just I don't know if you guys have a golfer friend or a bowler friend where they're shooting either in the high 70s or low 70s, and then with bowling, shooting 250, 260. But he ended up going pro, and they're doing a sitcom on that. So I play a really it'll be a really fun appearance in their pilot episode, their season premiere as Swade Wade. It should be a lot of fun. So,
Nice.
so on to other projects, but just a great way to wrap up Mandalorian and to thank everybody. And also the proceeds for this is going to go to my son's college education. And who better to take it public but my dear friend Daniel Logan. We're going to be having his sticker labeled on this one and signed and numbered as well. So I appreciate everyone's support. When that ends up releasing in February and March, I think we're going to start doing pre-orders then.
That is awesome.
Nice.
That is.
I see a HasLab thing. The Rancor failed, so maybe.
I gotta say, there's so much mental, emotional fatigue after all the work we put into this. It's like 50,000 miles total by air and land, and that will be up to the fans. That would be amazing, but I can't. I'm just like literally like. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm good. This was a great little this will be a great piece, and I hope that the fans really take to it.
If Star Wars has taught us anything in the last few years, it's no character's ever gone.
You're right.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I mean, that was the thing. You didn't see me die, that's for sure. So absolutely. But again, I mean, we were really, really ambitious with this, so it could go either way. But we'll see how this goes. I mean, I'm definitely in touch with PR. And I'd love to tell them, hey, we sold 600 of these pieces within 1 week. Wink, wink. But again, that's all going to be up to them.
Nice.
And also, just to throw this out here again, Daniel is an honorary member of our squad.
That's true.
So don't be outdone by your friend.
No, please. Like I said, yeah, definitely get me out there. Huge history buff. I just learned, I didn't realize that the first 4 out of 5 presidents are buried in Virginia. So I'm really dying to go to some of the spots over there, Monticello and Mount Vernon. I've been to Appomattox. I've been to Manassas already. But Virginia is just chock full of amazing American history. So I would love to come. Just let me know. And it would be a pleasure to see you guys.
Yeah, you know, they say our motto in Virginia is for lovers, but it actually used to be Virginia is for history lovers. And they cut that out. I don't know why. I think it still should be history lovers because, yeah there's tons of history.
That's true.
Like
Fredericksburg, yeah, all of that. Just amazing because you got both revolutionary and civil, and then also the first settlers. I mean, which is insane.
Yeah, most of the pioneers were Virginians that went out west.
Yeah.
So
Lewis and Clark, they were from Fincastle.
Yep. Simon Kenton, he was from.
And this is why they changed the history. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, can we get rid of the history part, guys?
Nerds. Virginia is for nerds. No. All right. Well, thank you, Dominic, for all that.
Good stuff.
Aaron, do you have anything you want to go out on? You got any things going on there? I know you're busy with your website and your YouTube and all that stuff.
I mean, like, what do you want to know?
Oh, how's it? Do you want to plug anything? You got anything going on, or are you just still at it?
Still at it. Got working on a couple different things. Got a Bad Batch TK helmet. Working on the redesign for Phase 1, the Republic Saber tank, some more figurines of like the animated clone Grunt and like a Jesse ARC Trooper. So working on all sorts of stuff. Just
that's awesome. Yeah, we
dead tired, but
yeah, I saw the files for your Phase 1 Grunt and your Phase 2, and they look really good. Like the realistic ones, they look really good.
Trying to revisit some of my older ones and just, apply all the experience that I've gained to make them beautiful again. But
you do fine work.
Thank you very much.
If anyone's watching, this is one of your prints, buddy.
And you did phenomenal work with it. It looks beautiful.
Thanks, buddy. I was so tickled to get it that it started me on my own 3D printing adventure. So yeah, thank you for that.
Was that the one from Mysticon that I met you guys?
Yeah, that was the same helmet.
Yep. Oh man, those are the days. February 2020.
That was
in the before times.
In the before times.
Before it hit the fan.
Yeah.
Thousands of years ago, before the time of Sigourney Weaver.
Whatever you say. All right. Well, I reckon that's about it, fellas. We're about timed up here, and
Good Lord, you went country.
Dadgum. Virginia's for lovers.
As soon as he
I
said the
tell you
word
what.
Fincastle, it was done.
Yeah, it comes out sometimes.
Well, fillers, I guess
it's a southern goodbye.
Head on up the holler.
So you got to remember to support Make-A-Wish.
Yes,
still taking donations.
Yes, do it.
And I think we've got an InfernoCon film coming up next.
That's right. I think we got Dan here to. Yep, here he is. He's gonna lead us into the video. So thanks, Dan, for having us on. Thank you, Dominic, for joining us, and Aaron.
Yes.
And of course, we would love having you on, James. We'll get you back in here. Actually, everyone is welcome to come back on the squad.
Yeah, I would love to talk to Aaron more in depth about armor. And
my wife loves all the strangers in the house. She's like, yeah, great. More strangers, the better. That's sarcasm, if you couldn't tell.
I could talk all day about clones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Dan, you too. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We'll talk some clones all day long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for everything. And Dan, you want to shoot us out?
Yeah. So we thank you guys so much for doing this. It's really neat for us to see so many people come together to support Make-A-Wish like this. We have about around half an hour left. So I'm really hoping we can get to 1,500 by the time we're done. So if you're watching, help us get there. The video that you're about to see, we made it last year for the first version of this event, and it kind of came out of a photo shoot that we did back when the pandemic was really kicking. So for a lot of the photos and things like that, you'll see in the video we had people wearing masks. And some people were even wearing masks under their helmets. But the remarkable thing about the video to me is, not just that it's an original story or whatever, but the fact that somehow at the height of the pandemic last year, we had so many of our people, from everywhere in Virginia come together and do this. I don't know that I really understood until then, how much not only do other people appreciate what we do, but how much we ourselves, appreciate each other and what we do and the company that we give. And so, given where we were last year, how everyone was, worried about getting sick or whatever, to have everyone come together like that and pull that off was pretty remarkable. So we are very pleased to be able to show that again. Dominic, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
After this event, we're going to go ahead and make you an honorary InfernoCon host. So you bring the donuts to the next planning meeting.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Look forward to raising funds with you guys next year through the tour. And all my best. Wishing everybody a happy holiday. And thank you guys for all that you do there.
We'll see you at Celebration.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to look for you at Celebration. So.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Have a happy holiday.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.